Alright, so now that we've got the rocker arms out, I believe that's what they're called, we can see now, we can see the cam lobes in here. So when I turn this, you can see that we have those egg-shaped design, and those will push the rocker arms up and then push down the valves. So I'm going to realign it now. I made a little mark on here so I can see where it was aligned, but I haven't really. So now what we got to do is we have to push these valves down in here, these springs. We have to compress them and then take out the little clips that are in there that keep it in there. There's two little clips. We got to take the two clips out and then do that, and then we can start surfacing the valves and all that good stuff. Alright, so we got the exhaust off right here. You can see the oil just drained down here, but we got this flipped up on its side. This is the exhaust side. Down there is the intake. We can see now we have all the little valves. Or not valves, blah blah blah. You can see we got the retainers all there, and springs. Flip it onto the other side. Almost flip it over. You can see where the spark plug and the valves are. Nice. It's actually the first time I've seen them. So, we got a lot of build-up and cleanup to do. But first, we're going to take these retainers out. So how we're going to do that, we're going to grab our box here, and we're going to stick one side onto here, and the other side's going to come up and loop around, and it's going to rest right on the valve over here. So, let's get straight to work. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what we've got set up. So you can see the bar got going across here. This can be like up or sideways or however you want to do it. And you can see right there, that's where we've got the valve. Now this has to be centered on here. This can't really wiggle around because we don't want that spring to slip because that could shoot and hit us. And on the back side here, this light's kind of dim because of the cold, so bear with me. But back there, it's hard to see, but I have it sitting right on like the middle part of the valve. Like if you look on there, I've got it sitting right about where that light is. So right in the middle, back here, right centered. So then we're gonna slowly start twisting this until we can get those retainer clips out. So I wish I got a better view for you guys, but this will have to do. I'm gonna slowly start pressing this down. Make sure you wear glasses. This is very important. I've got a magnet. I'm going to start pushing this down. Make sure, oh, there we go. But you can see the little two clips right there. I wiggled it ever so slightly and the spring kind of just went boop. And so did my camera. Gosh dang it. Alright, so you can see now those little retainers. This is going to be spinning with it. So you see those two little retainers right there. We're going to take our magnet. We have to try to get those out. Well, actually, it's still in there a little ways. I'm going to keep turning this. I wish it wasn't turning. There we go. See that just popped out? Crap, where'd that go? Oh, I see it. There. So we now have our second one. And now, the part I want to be careful about. I'm going to slowly loosen this back out. That's tight. See, just like that. Now it is completely loose. Loosen this. Taking the retainer with it. Now you can see a retainer, and I do have some titanium, not titanium, but carbon steel, something like that. We got our retainer, and our spring just comes right out, just like that. This spring looks so much taller and more compressed than the new ones I've got. But, like I said, it's the real deal. So, whatever. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the valve, push it down, and we can pull it out on the other side. And there's our valve. Alright, so this is our valve right there. Now, I don't know if you can tell, this valve is extremely dirty and bad. Now, the seat, you look kind of on that edge, and I spin this, looks a little bit rounded. There's a little indentation in the middle, it goes inward. A part of me is wondering if that has to do with heat, but I'm not sure. I mean, everything else looks pretty good. I don't see any stretching on the metal. This is just one valve, you gotta keep that in mind. This is all getting replaced, except the retainers. The retainers are not getting replaced. And I looked up, excuse me, I looked up, and everyone says that it's okay to get like new springs and retainer without changing the clips, the little clips right here. So we'll see. We're kind of showing you in a different way. This is how it kind of all fits together, like that. So we got the spring, the retainer, and the clips, kind of like that. So now we just got to repeat that. We got to do that 24 times. Get to work. Alright, there we have it. All the valves have been taken out, and all the retainers with them. On this side I have the retainers in tape, so I'm going to do that to this side so I don't lose any of them. Placing the retainers back, it's not really going to matter where necessarily, because we have all brand new valves right here, and retainers and whatnot there. So what we're going to do, the way I want to put these retainers back in is by the pairs. So where the two came together, so there's like two here, two here, two here, two here, etc. I don't want to like mismatch them, because they probably have already like fused, so they have like a nice cover. So I'm just gonna leave that. As far as the actual head, this thing looks absolutely nasty. And I mean, that's kind of what you can expect with like a car with like 100,000 miles on it. A lot of broken gaskets, so you got all this oil coming out. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna clean all of this. So this should all be like a nice silver color. It's kind of hard to imagine, but now I did some research with these port jobs. Now I found some interesting stuff. I have to remember the guy's YouTube channel. I'm looking for my light here. I'll have a link down below or somewhere on the screen. But so I found this guy on YouTube, and he went really in depth about chrome. Not exactly chrome, but just getting these so that these are nice and silvery. And apparently they're supposed to increase flow by making these little vortexes. That's how the theory goes, or preventing the vortexes. So it's an interesting little theory, but I'm not going to go that extreme into like chroming all of the inside of these. Again, you should check out the video. It's amazing. Probably going to watch it multiple times. So, but what I do want to do is I want to at least clean these insides in here. I'll probably have to pick up more stuff for that, just so it's a nice silver, kind of like you see the silver like right here, or like right there is a good example. So it kind of looks like that, not black soot. And I noticed something when I was taking these apart, is like there is like sandy stuff sitting here. Like I can take my finger and like rub on it. It's like all these fine little pieces of grit. It's like sandpaper. It's like, no, it's like sand. That's what it is. It's like sand I can literally move with my fingers. And I'm like, well, that can't be good. So yeah, so that's gonna be the next step, is cleaning all this up. I also gotta take out the spark plugs. I haven't taken those out yet, and those have definitely had their usage. And we got some NKG or NGK spark plugs, so those will be more little performance mods to this. Now, nope, I'm not gonna talk about that. What I am gonna talk about is all this oil on this side. So all this oil is all gonna get cleaned up, so it's all nice and pretty. Well, I better stop talking and start working. Alright, so now that the head has been completely cleaned off and all the gunk has been taken out, if I grab a light, I can show you guys on the inside of the holes. They've all been cleaned out. You get an inside view. So all the bores in here have been completely cleaned out. And I made sure I got all the little debris stuff. But we still have to get inside the holes in there. The valve stem, not the valve stem, but where the valve stem goes into. Forget what you call those. But we have to clean those out because there's like there's gunk in there. So you can grab, that's what I did. You take 2 or 3 of these pipe cleaners. You get like a hobby store, or, you know, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Craft Area, whatever. And you wrap them on the ends. And you just take your pipe cleaner. Just take your pipe cleaner, stick it in there. Just push it back and forth because you want these insides to be clean because we have to oil the valve stems when we put them in here to create a new surface. We want to make sure that there's nothing in there that'll scratch it and whatnot. Get oil leaks and stuff. There you go.